You think China could fix its demographic issues? They're pressuring women trying to get pregnant. Every country's trying to figure this out, dude. I think Trump proposed a $5,000 check if you are a woman that has a baby. Every country is trying to figure out this demographic problem. I want to do a deeper episode on, like, maybe it's Lemonade Stand, maybe it's a Marketing Monday, but on all the different methods that are being tried, because the problem is getting, extremely serious. There will be relatively soon a Korea with one old person per one young person or one working age person. A society cannot support that many old people. Usually you need 4 to 5 working age people for every old people to support a social safety net. 1-to-1 is not doable. Purge for old people is crazy. I'm sorry. Are you saying that like someone was saying it wasn't crazy? Are you saying someone like the normal idea was purge for old people and you're like, wait, I'm going to take a stand against this? Is anyone supporting a purge for old people? 2 theories on that. Number 1, are we saying we are going to mass murder old people? Purge. Or, more interestingly, are we saying we have the purge day like the movie, but only for old people? So everybody else lives their life as normal, but on purge day, if you are above a certain age, the laws don't apply to you can kill other old people. Old people Hunger Games. People get executed at age 70. Logan's Run type shit. I guess referencing Logan's Run means I'm a candidate for murder. That's an old ass movie, bro. That's an old ass movie. That's like the 3 pints. He's old. Get him. Fucking kill him. I think that if we were to make a law that killed old people at 70 years old, you at age 69, would want to change the law. I think you would get to 69 and you'd be like, I feel like this law's kind of run its course. I don't know about you guys. I feel like, honestly, with the advances in modern health, we should probably change it. Have you considered we can solve all the deficit issues by doing a billionaire round of taxes, pay them, or double it and give it to the next billionaire? No, we can't, right? Because even if everybody doubles it until it gets to the richest man in the world, Elon Musk, and he can't double it again, I guess, because he's the last one, and then we took all of his wealth, it would not even come close to solving our deficit issue. We could seize all of his wealth and it would cover our recent addition this year to the military budget. I guess that would be nice. Man, I'll take it. All right. I'll tell you this. Seizing all of Elon's wealth and putting it towards the military budget would be a bigger deficit reduction than Doge has done in its entirety. By a lot. By a significant amount. So, at the very least, there would be progress. Why don't we just take the military and go steal wealth from other countries? Genghis Khan quote. Hitler quote. George Bush quote. No, dude. George Bush only lost our own wealth. People have this idea that George Bush went to Iraq and we made a bunch of money. We plundered. We didn't make any money. We didn't get any oil. We just burned cash. Nothing. The only people that made money was Halliburton. That's it. It was just a loss. It was not like British Empire in India. There's nothing. There's no gain. Tyrese Halliburton made all the money. Maybe the real WMDs, the friends we made along the way. Yeah, maybe when they said there was WMDs in Iraq, they meant like W my dudes. W's my dudes. And they thought it would be like a good time. That's what they thought. That's crazy. The next thing you're gonna tell me is that we didn't win the Vietnam War and we gained nothing from it. Yeah, I'll tell you about that too. One of the truly original sins of the downfall of what you call the golden age of America post-World War II is the Vietnam War, because it was deeply expensive and we couldn't afford it, and we had to break the whole financial system and get off gold standard because of it. And that led to, ever increasing deficits. Gold standard is moronic. Why? Can't be ChatGPT though. Well, no. Why? There isn't enough gold for global commerce? Was there enough gold for global commerce between 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s? There's enough gold if you don't run massive deficits. The reason they had to get off the standard was because of the Vietnam War. Because France saw that we were printing money for the Vietnam War, took that printed money and tried to reimburse it for gold. That's a large part of the boom and bust cycles that constantly happened. Yes, we constantly had small and shallow recessions that allowed the underbrush to be cleared. Now we try to repress the recessions with monetary policy and they end up bigger and more dangerous. We had flat inflation until off the gold standard. Flat. For decades. There's an argument for that. That's the same as gold. Oh, he's backtracking. He's backtracking. Interesting, bro. I heard flat inflation is bad, like 1% is that corp BS? For a regular person, the flatter the inflation, the better. You would like the money that you to earn, to hold its purchasing power as much as possible. The ideal is 1 to 3% to avoid deflation. I mean, again, this number was just sort of made up. I mean, the 2% number just comes from the New Zealand central bank one time and everybody sort of ran with it. There's not like a magic to it. And in general, central banks that say they target an average of 2% over time, when it goes above 2%, never target a period of deflation to bring prices back down. They just, you know what I'm saying? They never try to average it out. They just go over and then try to get it back. Wouldn't zero inflation discourage spending and encourage saving or leading to lower economic growth? Zero inflation would not do that. Technically, massive deflation would do that. In that you would choose not to spend now because in theory, it would get cheaper in the future. In practice, the only time we have real massive deflation is during extreme recessions. Not just massive any deflation. No, that's not true. In regular moments of small deflations, people still buy things they need to use now. Economic purchases are not made entirely by an actor trying to ration out for the next 100 years. They're trying to use things. They need to buy and use things that they have to use day to day. What percentage of the economic output is purely for needs? It doesn't have to be needs. You know, celebrating a birthday party is not a need, but you would do it. You know what I'm saying? You would have events. You would go to concerts. You would do it. We should go full Japan and get zero inflation. Japan has inflation right now. Japan has inflation as we speak. They had a very lucky period of low inflation, and then they printed money nonstop during it, saying that they wanted to get some inflation, and then they got some inflation, and it turns out that their rationale was a lie. Okay, and they just built their whole economy on printing money, and they're still doing it, and the inflation is now hard to control, and their currency is getting wrecked. If we can somehow control hyperinflation when having a small period of hyperinflation to pay off debt it would work for paying off debt. It would ruin the lives and savings of every worker. It would be societally catastrophic, but you would get the government out of its pickle. There's a great book, When Money Dies, about Weimar Germany about that. What is Ludwig saying? Nakini dashite kudasai is a totally unique phrase made by the locals to discourage foreigners from entering Japanese people's stores. Is that like D's nuts or something? What did I just say? I'll say it in Japan for sure. I trust you. I'm sure it means well. Please burst inside me. I shouldn't ask Ludwig about this. He's part of the problem. But my understanding, because we just had 2 Japanese nationals staying with us, Ari's maid of honor, Juno, and her husband, the tourism there is insane right now. It has never been this, you could say good or bad, but the number of people, overwhelming. And the currency? Yeah, I mean, the currency is a major part of it. It's just cheap to go there. It feels extra bad because the tourists have way more money and walk around like this is so cheap. Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying. The Japanese economy is not good. And the yen is shit. But at least Trump is wrecking the dollar too, so we can be like that. Except nobody wants to tourist. No one wants to travel here. Our tourism is way down. Way down. So at least we won't have that problem.